All right, we have the Samsung Galaxy Tab here. It's a pretty hot little product. Has a 7-inch TFT LCD screen. It's running a 1 gigahertz ARM Cortex A9 processor. And it's using Samsung's TouchWiz UI on top of Android 2.2. And obviously it's optimized to this screen, which is it's 1024 by 600 resolution, so not quite XGA, but definitely more than the regular WVGA that we see on Android tablets. It's got an orientation lock. There's lots of little customizations that make it more of a regular or more of a tablet experience, but it still is really basic Android. The big thing is Samsung's apps, which are very tailored for this sort of experience. So there's, for instance, Music Hub, which is actually probably mostly going to be just for European markets, but it's a pretty nice experience. There's special email client. Let's get out of here. Which has two views. In the landscape, you have the sort of the two-pane view, where this is the list of messages over here, and this is the view of the message. Here, you just see the message. And this supports multiple inboxes, but you can also still get to your regular Gmail app, like that. There is, let's see, where is it? The Readers Hub it's kind of a launcher for different reading apps that are all third-party. There's a Press Display, which shows full newspapers. You can just pinch and zoom and surf around an actual newspaper layout. And then they have Kobo for e-reading. And the nice thing is this has a good bit better pixel density than the iPad. This is in night mode right now. So it's not as good as something like the iPhone or a Galaxy S as far as pixel density, but definitely better than most LCD tablets. And Xeno for magazines. So, what else? There are so many different little applications. What am I missing, Chris?
Let's talk cameras. We got 3 megapixel rear and 1.3 front for video calling.
So yeah, there's 3 megapixel with a flash. Front has 1.3 megapixel, and this will actually support. Let's jump into the phone app actually, which is kind of cool. This will support video calling straight from here. This is the UMTS video call, the standard that's in Europe. We don't have that in the US, unfortunately. It'd be nice. But also, you know, they merge in contacts. You got this again, the sort of the two-pane view.
And we do have reason to believe that the 1.3 will be supported by third-party applications like Quick, for example.
Exactly.
So there's still hope. And
hopefully those can find some way to integrate in. But there's no real word. There aren't actually a lot of solid details on the U.S. so far.
Right, and there is no earpiece, but there's a speakerphone, so you can use the Tab as a phone without having to connect a Bluetooth headset. Although you can also do that, or connect a wired headset as well.
Yeah, there's a mic right here. This is the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. There's also a proprietary headphone or a proprietary accessory plug down here. The SIM card, there's built-in 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes, but also you can get add 32 gigabytes, up to 32 gigabytes with the micro SD. It's a volume rocker, power right here.
Oh, and show the calendar app too.
Oh yeah, the calendar. How could we forget? So hopefully we'll see more applications that are specifically tailored for the screen, like applications like this. Samsung says apps that are built using Google's regular app building tools should work just fine. They should scale resolution. Some apps will break. but hopefully.
But those aren't necessarily built to Google standards.
Right, and so they're probably crappy apps that you don't want anyways. But hopefully we'll see more actually really tailored for tablets, because Samsung has done a good job of actually building apps.
And it does support the
show off
market,
this
so
size.
you can download apps from the market.
Right, this is a real Android device with the market. And in Europe, you actually can get the Samsung App Store, which will have apps that are more tailored for this. And anything we're leaving out?
I think that's about it. You have the standard Google Maps plus navigation support. There's going to be a car dock available. Yep, and multi-touch is supported, so that's good. Here's one thing that we haven't tested. Let's do this live on video. Does the keyboard support multi-touch?
Oh yeah, we haven't even looked at the keyboard. So let's see.
Oh, this is the swipe keyboard.
Swipe.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is the standard swipe. This is the same that you would get on a Galaxy S or something. Okay.
Back out of here, and then long press on the URL at the top.
Trying to get out of swipe. Oh, that's the help for swipe, isn't it?
And then go to input method. Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Learning something new every day. All right, let's try this.
So it appears to be single press, but I think that a lot of people are going to end up using swipe anyway.
I don't know, I can do, see, I did both of those.
Okay.
Yeah, seems multi-touch to me.
Oh, and flip it landscape so that we can see that mode too. There we go.
That's a bit wide, but I definitely could see myself using this pretty. This is.